Let's go live now to the national music writer at the National News Network, Kathy Jackson. Tom Cameron put it pretty well, didn't he, that she is an absolute icon, Kathy, and that we remember these moments in time. And really, it's not too far-fetched to say that she did in many ways shape a generation here in Australia.
She absolutely did, Laura. And I think what also has been happening with sadly losing Judith Durham on the weekend and Helen Reddy as well is these pioneering women are finally being recognised for their contribution. I mean, they really were the front runners opening up Australian music to the rest of the world.
What made her such a pioneer, do you think?
I think even though she was born in the UK and her formative years were spent here, and she always paid tribute to that in the respect that there was a work ethic that her and John Farnham and all those artists who grew up in the 60s and sort of late 50s with that halcyon era of television where everybody was sitting at home watching variety shows and watching, you know, artists like Olivia and when he was Johnny Farnham, sing live. You know, there was no lip syncing or anything like that. But I think the work ethic, they just put in the hard yards. They toured, they did everything they possibly could to get their careers going worldwide.
Yeah, we've seen the tributes to Olivia this morning, and they were so heartfelt. They felt so personal. There was nothing pro forma about the tributes we've seen, whether it be, you know, John Travolta or her family, or Delta Goodrem, even John Foreman this morning, who is on with Pete Stefanovic, who doesn't seem to age ever, by the way. But
Benjamin
she had
Button.
all these, exactly, she had all these personal relationships with these megastars.
It even goes to Rod Stewart. Rod Stewart paid tribute to her as well. Marie Osmond, the two of them were best friends. And what I thought was really interesting about that was she shared that they called each other sisters because Olivia being Olivia, but Marie's official first name is Olive, which I didn't know until today. So, you know, she transcended so many different walks of life. And I think also because of her work in the wellness and cancer area, I can't think of another musician, particularly an Australian one, whose music career, perhaps Kylie Minogue, and Delta Goodrem, but definitely Olivia was the front runner in working in those kind of areas and putting her money also where her activism was. From the moment she got breast cancer, she was working to help other people. Melissa Etheridge posted that Olivia was the first person to reach out to her when she got her breast cancer diagnosis. So there was this warmth and generosity of spirit that connected her with people on an everyday level, not just a superstar level.
Yeah, and she was able to achieve something which I don't think is all that easy, and that is sexy and wholesome at the very same time.
But you forget that was such a scandal back in 1981 when she, you know, even after doing the Sandy, you know, transformation in Greece, when she released Physical, people were absolutely apoplectic about her in that outfit, in the leotard, in the leg warmers. They were, you know, there were people burning, you know, CDs and things at the time. It was ridiculous. Some radio refused to play it, saying it was too sensationalised. And here she is, you know, 4 decades later, inspiring a TV series, you know, based on a song called Physical. But that was a song that was knocked back by Rod Stewart and also Tina Turner and her manager at the time, Roger Davies, the great impresario. He was like, I know who can do this song. And it completely reinvented her career yet again.
Kathy, thanks so much for your insight this morning. Appreciate it. And we're all watching on today with pangs of nostalgia. Olivia Newton-John, there was only one of her.